On September 2005, Nintendo released the Game Boy Micro, the smallest version of the Game Boy Advance and the final console of the Game Boy generation. It is considered one of Nintendo's biggest failures, and no wonder why it failed. The Micro was sold for $100 when it first launched, but the DS was only $50 more and can play Game Boy Advance and brand new DS titles. But if you weren't into the DS, then the better buy would be the Game Boy Advance SP, because it's bigger, better, and backwards compatible with the original Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, and now is for only $100 too. Plus, this thing looks uncomfortable to hold too. It's not small, your hands are just big. Yeah, try saying that in the fucking bedroom. At this point, this thing was just a whole big innuendo. It's small, and in a bloodline of consoles, people with micro penises are not having a fucking field day with this one. Being serious for a second, this console is actually cute and cool. Everything about it is small. The console's small, the buttons and screen are small, even the letters are lowercase. It fits the whole micro theme well. And another cool thing about it, it has interchangeable faceplates. Sad thing is that they're showing more faceplates than the amount of units this thing sold in the first place. Seriously, the Game Boy Micro sold a disappointing 2.42 million units. Well, at least it has a headphone jack. In addition to having a headphone jack, it also boasts having a backlit screen and adjustable brightness too. Only certain types of Game Boy Advance SPs had a backlight. Well, other than that, you really just had no reason to buy this thing unless you already had a DS or a Game Boy Advance, or if you wanted to hide it in class. I always just saw this thing as more of like a collector's item than a console. I mean, look at it, you got the faceplates and even the special edition consoles. Who seriously bought the Game Boy Micro over the DS and Game Boy SP? I did. Cause I know you're mentally ill. I was sober, I swear. Moving on, let's look into the faceplates. PS1 startup mixed with orange juice mixed with pineapple. I don't know, broken green wall? A bee's favorite faceplate? Airplane engine or a bird's worst nightmare? Golf ball texture? Grandparents would love that. The hell am I looking at?
It's me, Mario! Number 6!
Again, what the fuck am I looking at? Looks like a toolbox. Can someone throw this Game Boy Micro at me with this faceplate so I can swing at it with a fucking baseball bat? Why'd you show a blank image? Where's the Game Boy Micro at? Now let's look at the ads for the Game Boy Micro. And oh my god, it's fucking the Micro? Maybe size doesn't matter after all. You will never see a Nintendo ad this wild ever again. This ad's just pretty basic, it's just showing off the different faceplates and stuff. And looking at the gameplay, there really isn't much to it. It's just a really tiny Game Boy Advance, but it's really portable and can fit in anyone's pocket easily. It has a 5 to 8 hour battery life, which isn't bad considering its size, and it isn't a bad option for playing Game Boy Advance games. But at the same time, I can't see what the fuck I'm doing with the tiny ass screen, and it looks uncomfortable to hold, like I said earlier. That screen is smaller than fucking Gen Alpha attention spans, bro. I already need fucking glasses. Look, it's solid for what you get, but yet again, I shouldn't have to pay $100 fucking for this. But even if it is a solid option, are you really gonna pass over the DS or the Game Boy Advance SP? It's just stupid. It just begs the question, what's the goddamn point, man? Also, think about this. Imagine you're a kid, 2005, and you ask your mom, "Mom, can I get the Game Boy Micro?" It's probably not gonna go well, because your mom's probably gonna say, "No, we already got a Game Boy at home," or something like that. And what are you gonna say then? Oh, it's got faceplates. Oh, it's got this. You're gonna be Game Boy Micro-less. In conclusion, the Game Boy Micro was an unneeded, smaller version of the Game Boy Advance that was destined to fail because of when it was released and the lack of reason to buy it. It's essentially a collector's item. You are better off buying a DS or Game Boy Advance SP or a regular Game Boy Advance, and it just makes you question what was the point of releasing it. Because no one's looking at it and being like, yes, oh my fucking god, finally, we needed this! Quite the opposite, actually. The Game Boy Micro is as useless as Bill Cosby, Massage Watson shit. Deshaun Watson for the Browns. The Game Boy Micro is like seeing black licorice and candy corn in your Halloween candy. The Game Boy Micro can fit in anyone's pocket. So can a micro pistol. Shoot it.